your growth. Because the time we're living in, so many things are becoming, I don't want to say unattainable, but very much more difficult to attain. Let's say that. It's much more difficult to attain a lot of things like increasing your capacity, having more staff to do some of the work, or having qualified staff to do some of the work when the work can be automated. So, what you're doing when you're not tapping into technology, AI, and things like that, or the tools that are out there to help you, because I'll be honest, a lot of bigger corporations are using tech and AI to get further. In smaller nonprofits, bigger nonprofits, I don't care what size nonprofit you are, you should be using technology and AI in some way to ensure that your nonprofit is going in the right direction. And if you've written AI off as too advanced or it's going to take over my job, the problem here, let me see, serving with seven. I'm not sure who that is. Let me know who it is and hashtag live in the comments. So if you've written off AI as being too advanced, you don't want to use it. And I've heard people go as far as saying it's diabolical. People said the same thing about the microwave, but it's still here. Hello, surprise. So sometimes they give us tools to use and you have to learn. Oh, Keisha. Okay, Keisha, you switch profiles. Hi, Keisha. So definitely you should be able to settle down and use technology for what it was provided. It was given to you as a tool. Okay, it's given to you as a tool for you to use. And instead of resisting and trying to find out ways or telling yourself stories how it's going to not serve you, use it for what it is. It's a tool that's provided to you to use it to help you make things easier. Now, I've seen people use it for so many weird things, especially women out here telling ChatGPT and stuff like that, oh, how do I keep a man? Like, what? You can figure out how to advance your life, how to progress in your life, and you're gonna ask insipid questions that are not going to help you. So think the same thing with your nonprofit. There are so many things that you can do. Like yesterday, I was having a conversation with someone, and she was telling me that she didn't know how to approach this business concept or the concept that she had that she wanted to pitch to me and other partners. And I told her, have a conversation with your ChatGPT and see what it says because sometimes you may feel like you're being slowed down idea wise, but interact with it and see like, okay, this is what I have in mind. Can you help me organize my thoughts so I can pitch it to a group of potential partners? Like you can use it in ways that you couldn't imagine. Tiffany, hey, how are you? So you have to see that tech and AI are there as one of the biggest opportunities in this lifetime for you to utilize for your good. Because I'm not sure about you, but everything in my life happens to me for my benefit and my good. So if there is a tool put in my path for me to learn how to use it, I've been learning and using how ChatGPT for 2 years now. When I say I've created SOPs, I've created onboarding manuals, I've created so many documents that if not for that, it would have taken me months and hours to create. So it will cut down on a lot of time that you're wasting on certain tasks if you sit down and apply yourself. Now, the other thing with using technology, sometimes we get so fascinated by the beautiful things that it can do. We gave it so many tasks and we forget what was important. So it's very important to also check yourself before going down that rabbit hole. But it is one of the tools that you should be utilizing to ensure your admin task and you have a lot of things that can be automated and make sense in your organization, your company, your enterprise. I think Ricky's here as well. Tiffany, if you're still here, hashtag live, let me know you're here so this algorithm can do its algorithm thing. Now, if you're making your team manually do tasks that free or that technology can do for free or at a low cost, why not automate it? Okay, you're hiring somebody at $17 per hour, $20 per hour, $30 per hour, when this person can be hired to do something else that AI can do for $20 per month. Now, I want you to make it make sense. Sometimes, yes, because I'm all about economic development. and financial security, but we have to realize that we need to start giving people jobs that utilizes their skills and their talent, not giving them tasks to do that are very basic that a computer can do for them, right? Now, what is it that what are tasks that you can automate using technology or AI and free up the time of your team so they can be focusing on higher level activities, right? So I want you to ask yourself, like, are you usually telling yourself, oh, we don't have the capacity, but you're ignoring the power of the systems that could give you 10 plus hours back in a week, right? Now, today I know I'm going to talk a lot about tech and whatever, even AI. Well, not a lot because I gotta go before noon and things like that. But we're gonna break down how you can use it in your leadership and activities that you do to raise funds and serve your mission because it can still serve your mission and it can help you in different ways. Now, for those who are just now coming, if you didn't know, my name is Stacey. We're going to talk about too many nonprofit leaders avoiding technology, and it's not optional, it's not a bonus, it's here. It's been here. You don't have a choice but to use it. It's just how you're using it. Okay. It should be in your infrastructure. And for those of you giving AI the side eye, because I see people like giving me what's the name of that movie? I watched it 2 weeks ago. The one with Arnold Schwarzenegger or whatever his name is. Oh, Lord have mercy. But that movie, I don't know why I can't think about it. So many people are obsessed with that movie. But somebody was just telling me about that movie as soon as we started talking about AI. I just wanted to roll my eyes internally. And I know some people that know me and see me interact in public, I can't hide my facial expression, so I had to turn around. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about robots taking over your office. It's not about that. I'm going to talk about real simple tools that can save time and reduce the chaos that you're experiencing in your organization or your corporation and can help your team breathe again. Because the name of the game here is to give people their time back because they're so busy doing things that make no sense, that are taking so much of their time. You want to utilize the technology and AI to help them facilitate these activities. Now, if you're still operating your donor records out of Excel, still using Gmail as your internal task list, still trying to write every grant newsletter from scratch, then you have a system problem. Okay. It's not a money problem. It's not that you don't know how to do it. It's just you're deciding to pick the hardest route. You're deciding to pick the hardest route and you're blaming everybody and their mama for that. Now, it's not their fault that you're not using the tools that are available to you at low cost or for free. Right? And I get it. Technology can be very overwhelming, but here's what it really means in practice. You can use CRMs like Boomerang, Little Green Light, Kindful to track donors, automate thank you emails, or even set up a campaign workflow and something like Miller Lite or whatever email software that you're using. But it just means you're using technology for your good. You can also set up free project management tools like Trello, like Asana, and for nonprofits, you get Monday.com for free, and it's a project management tool. If you have a team, it's a great way to track project activities, right? And make sure everybody has their projects lined up. If you are into project management or you have a project management on staff, it is a free tool that you can give them to utilize with your team. Okay, you can use Zapier to connect different forms from your website straight into your email list so you don't have to manually do it. Now, what I mean by that is sometimes people fill out forms on your website or fill out a Google form, right? And they put their contact information. They're not on your email list. So you're manually taking their name and email from the Google form and putting them on your email list. And I hope and I pray that you have an email list. I'm just saying that right now. If you do not have one, you better start one and start collecting emails, right? But instead of manually doing it, you can use Zapier, Zapier. Now, what it does, it will automatically grab it from wherever you tell it. It's like you give it task, right? It will grab it from one and put it in the other. So I have some Zapier automations for Google Forms. When somebody fills it out, right, it will capture their information on the Google form and put them on my email list, or it will put them in my CRM, which is Dubsado, and start a workflow. Dubsado is a CRM system just like HoneyBook, so I use Dubsado. I do have HoneyBook as well, but Dubsado's my jam because I've been using Dubsado since 2020. You can't tell me nothing. That's the one I know how to use. Like I tried HoneyBook, I tried, right? But I will try again in a few months because this month is not it. But use Zapier to connect the forms, right? So there should be certain things that you do not have to do manually because there are tools. Now, Zapier, there is like a free version which allows you to do one zap. That's how they call them, one zap per um or whatever they call it. They have a name for it. So every workflow you have, you can do one zap, right? But if you pay, you can do more than one zap in one workflow. So what I do is I do multiple zaps because I didn't pay for Zapier and I use a CRM. So Zapier is just basic for me, like for things that I don't want to forget about, I use Zapier, right? You can leverage AI tools like ChatGPT. I've talked about that before. I use ChatGPT, right? ChatGPT is on my phone. It's not my best friend. I love to say it's my best friend, but it's close. Okay, it's very close. It does not pass my sister yet, but it's doing its job. It will tell me, it will be objective and things like that, and tell me when it's a bad idea. Okay, so it can help you draft grant language. Now, the thing with that, a lot of people use ChatGPT to draft grant proposals, which is not okay. Okay. One thing I do with ChatGPT is I speak because then it can capture what you're saying, and I tell it this is how I speak. I want you to help me write a proposal in my tone of voice with the information I just provided. This is what should be included in the proposal. A lot of people don't realize that AI is very tuned in to what you're asking it to do. So if you do not share certain pieces of information, it will not provide it to you. So you want to use AI in a way that benefits you and that is following the branding kit or the brand of your nonprofit organization or social impact enterprise, right? So you can use it to draft grant language, create donor thank you letters, write a job description in like 2 minutes instead of 2 hours. So these are different things that you can use it for, but people are not using it. They rather hire someone to do it when you can hire someone to do that higher level task that your organization needs. Because if you think about it, with the financial restraints that a lot of nonprofit organizations are experiencing, how can you use the staff now and move them laterally to do something else in the organization instead of focusing on the things that don't move the needle, right? If you're trying to increase your impact, is writing the job description going to increase your impact, right? Is writing the onboarding manual going to increase your impact? Probably not. So you want them to focus on activities that actually do a thing, right? You want to focus on bigger things, and um, that includes having a system in place to ensure that these individuals know what they're doing, what their roles and descriptions are. But that's another conversation all in itself. So I have a client in Nebraska, small team, under 100K annual budget, and she loves tech, and I love that for her. She loves tech. And I love that she's using tech to implement so many things and help her um, cut down a lot of the time on what she's doing. And it's very important that you're using technology for your good. Hey, Queen of Digital Marketing, definitely let me know your name in the comments. So she is using it to cut down the time that she is spending on some of the work that she is doing, and it is doing her great, doing It's doing very well for her because now she has time to focus on higher level activities such as reaching out to potential funders and sponsors and having these high level conversations and building relationships. So sometimes you have to use the tools that are available to cut on time so you can focus on the things that matter because she needed a smarter system, right? And she found tools that she could use to ensure that she has smarter systems in place so she can focus on higher level activities, right? I also had a client who was overwhelmed writing donor communications, and I suggested they just use ChatGPT to outline their monthly newsletters in less than 10 minutes. But in my suggestion, I also give my clients very specific prompts and detailed prompts to feed ChatGPT because ChatGPT, if you see some people's comments and captions out here, they are laden with emojis and they just sound the same. You do not want it to sound like that. You want it to capture your voice and what you are trying to say. So that is one thing I provide to my clients is ensure that they know exactly what to say to their AI, their ChatGPT or Claude AI or Gemini, so it can produce something of quality and that does not sound like it was written by Boo the Fool. Okay, so that's all I gotta say about that. And you all they had to do after that is go through it because I always recommend that people still read through it, personalize as much as you can, and plug it in a workflow and just hit send, submit, whatever. Have it start populating like whatever you're doing. Because then if you are not using it to your benefit and using it how it is intended to be used, then you're doing yourself a disservice. And a lot of people are like, oh, this is cutting a corner. Is it? Is it cutting a corner or are you using a tool that helps you? Just say, I don't know if you remember like decades ago, people didn't have the thing to mow the lawn where they sat down. They were doing it with the push thing. So they created tools to help them be better at a task. So why are you not using a tool to help you get better at a task? Because every year, every decade, everything is moving faster. And if we can't keep up, then it's at our disservice. It's at the disservice of the audience and the clients and the people you serve, the communities you're serving. So it's in your best interest to figure out what tools you can use to collapse time in a way that helps you serve that community a little bit better. So it's about stopping the burnout spiral as well so you can start leading like it's 2025 because things are moving faster whether you want to see it or not. And if you're ready to move forward, then this is the time to sure pick up technology and AI because your goal is to move forward, not to complain about things that happen and things that don't concern you. Because my thing is your mind needs to be right and you need to realize the bigger picture ahead is not in the past. You need to realize that technology and tools, it's about advancement and using them in a way that serves you and the communities you serve in your organization, your social impact enterprise. So you have to use them in a way that's beneficial for the organization, your corporation, so you can just go. Okay. So some people are still clinging to we're grassroots. We do everything the old school way. Go ahead, go do it. Like, what am I going to do? I'm going to argue with you. I don't argue. I don't like arguing with people. If I argue with you, it's because I woke up and I had the time and I'm just having fun. But what I'm going to tell you, if you want to do things the old school way in a new age that we're living where things do not work that same way, there are things that we used to do before that still apply to today. But technology and AI in the world that we live in, I think they need to be used. They need to be used. Okay? Because things are moving way too fast for people to be clinging to the past. I remember I went to an event and somebody told me if you could go to any time in history, what time would you go in? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, would you go back to the 40s, to the 50s, to the 60s? I'm like, none. I would stay right here. He's like, why right here? There's like back then they were so innovative. They did this, they did that. I'm like, we're innovative now. They were innovative then and very motivated to move towards the future because that's what they were going towards the future. But we're living in a time where people are trying to go back. Like, why am I trying to go back? I don't want to go back. People like me didn't have anything going back. Why would I want to go back? Like, it makes no sense. So I want you to realize that it's not a badge of honor anymore doing things in a way that does not serve you or your community anymore. You have to be willing to embrace change and realize that some of these things or the new technology being created is to help you. And yeah, you're a barrier to your own success sometimes. So if you're spending 80% of your time on admin and 20% on your vision, that's not leading. I talk about it all the time. It's babysitting. Okay. You don't need to be tech savvy. I am not wholeheartedly tech savvy, but you need to be strategy savvy. Because then the same way I will find out about a tool that can serve me and help me out. I will learn that tool because I want to save time on the back end so I can spend more time with my babies. So it's all about learning what's important to you, your mission, your vision, so you can actually go in the right direction. Okay. So through a few things I want you to ask yourself today. What three tasks could I automate this week? Is it sending emails to people? What is it? What are the three tasks that you can automate? Now, what systems do my team members constantly complain about? I've been on teams where people complain about the admin work. Nobody likes to do admin work. So think about what your team constantly complains about. And three, where is the bottleneck that tech could help unblock? Okay. So ask yourself a few questions. And also, if you're not sure where to start, I want you to try or look at a few things or research a few things so you can figure out what actually could serve your nonprofit. So there's CRM for donors, there's Boomerang, Neon One, Little Green Light, there's email automations, MailerLite, ConvertKit. Well, it's called Kit now, MailChimp. Some people use Constant Contact. So there are ways to email automate, right? Team communication. There's Slack, there's Google Chat. There are different things that you can look into. I think Discord is the newest one. So look into those things. There are AI copy support, ChatGPT, Claude AI, Notion AI for grant drafts, captions, and SOP. So there are AI copy support you can use, right? Especially if you want to make your digital outreach consistent and you want to create a content calendar. Hit me up. I'll give you some resources for that. Scheduling tools like Calendly for booking meetings and back and forth. But yeah, instead of like, hey, what time are you available? Hey, there's my Calendly link. Can we set up a time to meet? So there are some things you don't have to do back and forth. Just set it up once and go, right? There is like reporting and dashboards like Google Data Studio, Airtable, so you can see the real impact and so you can see the impact in real time. Okay. There's surveys and feedback type form, Google Forms that you can link via Zapier and things like that. So there's so many tools that you can use for different parts of your business that can be automated. And a lot of them are free or under $30 a month. Okay. Think salary for something that if someone's going to do the things that this can do, would you rather hire someone that can do work that has to do with the impact of the organization or things you can automate? Because then you can hire someone to manage all these automations and make sure everything's still kicking, and that person can be a contractor or whatnot. But I need you to start working smart and start seeing what tech tools and that you can use, right? And just go from there. You don't have to do it all at once, but you do need to start because technology is going to be very necessary in things that we do, and you need to start seeing how you can use it. And how you can make your work more efficient in this day and age because you want to be responsive, you want to be efficient. Your staff is already tired doing everything manually when a software can do it in seconds because too many nonprofit staff members or team members are burnt out. So can you help them with automating a few of these things? If you know you need better systems, more structure, and a strategy for how to integrate tools that fit your actual capacity, you can join my newsletter. The link is in my bio. Remember, I switched to beacons, so definitely get the beacons link. I'm gonna put it in the comments because my Stan Store link is still in the comments for some reason, because that's automatic. But I will put my beacons link, subscribe to my newsletter. If you're on Instagram, click the link in my bio and subscribe to my newsletter. I break down how to lead with systems, sanity every single week. You can check the comments, like I said, or the bio for the link. If you're on Facebook and I didn't put the link yet, check my bio. So I want you to stop glamorizing burnout, start leading like it's 2025, it's a new age. We have to keep going and we have to mind our business and do whatever we need to do to ensure that we continue to serve the communities we're serving and making a bigger impact. With that said, I'm gonna go. If you have any questions, definitely send me a DM and looking forward to hearing from you. Bye, y'all.